This is the weekend edition of iFIBER One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jinks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFIBER One News.
From the iFIBER One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was the Stop Violence Now march held in Moses Lake, calling for an end to violence and honoring families that have lost loved ones. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
Sunday was one of the hottest days of the year, but it didn't stop a group of Grand County residents from taking to the streets of Moses Lake to call for an end to violence. The Stop the Violence Now march follows the death of 22-year-old Moses Lake resident Jose Pichardo on October 31st, 2014, and the death of 17-year-old Cesar Medina of Moses Lake just 2 weeks ago in Spokane. Pichardo's widow, Margarita Pichardo, said she was grateful for the community coming out to support the cause.
It's amazing. We had so much people than I thought we would have. A lot of families came out to support. Of course, errands came out to support. A lot of businesses came out to support. I've had a question that people came to ask me. Are you doing it for your husband? And I'm like, part of it, yes. I am doing it for my husband too, but I'm also doing it for all the other families. There's not just one person that's been affected by violence and stuff like that. And so that's why I did this and created this and put everything together. And we had a lot of people, and it just shows that we have a lot of people to support, and especially for my kids. They're young, they don't know what's going on. To set that foundation for them right now, I think it's amazing. They need that.
In the 8 months since her husband's death, Margarita said the impact of his loss is something she feels every day.
It's been hard, to get married to him and then not to have him anymore, to wake up without him, to do things without him with my kids. It's affected me, and people don't know that. People don't know that that was somebody's son, somebody's husband, brother, the father, my kids. He was not there to be with my son, or one of our youngest son. His birthday's coming up, his first birthday, and he's not here for that. My daughter just turned 6, and my son will turn 4. That's important to them, and it's just affected me a lot. What I'm hoping is that people will start opening up their eyes and open up their heart if they don't know yet or anything. I want them to lock arms with us. There's different businesses that locked arms with us. This is enough. That's one of the things that we were shouting. It's enough. It's enough. What other people I don't want people to go through this. If we could stop it before it happens, then that saves one more person. This city is not safe.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER One News.
Grant PUD commissioners will make a decision on the development plan for Crescent Bar next month, which could include keeping the golf course open. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
The Grant PUD commissioners heard feedback from residents of Quincy and Crescent Bar Island on Tuesday about whether or not to keep the Crescent Bar golf course in its future development plans for the island. A PUD survey taken in May found residents largely in favor of keeping the golf course and not converting it into extra public recreation and camping space. The commissioners heard from residents both for and against including the links in the plan.
I love to golf, but we have the Quincy one, maybe a little bit over 10 miles from Crescent Bar, and then we have Rock Island, 10 or so miles away. But how many camping sites do we have around our area? We don't have any. And I would like to see that area be camping site, not for RVs to put on foundation and a patio added on and on and on and on, like we have right now.
Okay, the only thing that's really changed there now is you decided to let 410 people stay on the island. This is a good thing, because then you have a source of income. Not only are you going to get current values out there from these people, then you've got somebody that moved there to use the golf course, which will be paying to use that golf course. Would it make sense to have a rental home Did you go out there and take the backyard away from that rental home? And they no longer have a backyard in that home. You don't take the amenities away from something that keeps that person there.
The PUD commissioners are expected to make a final decision at their July 7th meeting. In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.